Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Well, let's go. It is 6:04. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Give us that proof of life check-in, 312-591-8300. About an hour away, we'll have jet tickets for the Salt Shed in Clash with Kenzie. Plus, in just a few minutes, because Ricky and Mundelein said, you got that Bonnaroo thingy where you can glamp? I said, yeah, we got all that, man. And Ricky and Mundelein.
Is that exactly what it said?
Yeah, he said that Bonnaroo thingy where you can glamp. That's what Ricky and Mundelein said. And all
For somebody being vague about it, he really remembered every detail.
I got to be honest. And by the way, we'll do that in just about 10 minutes. We'll give you the keyword for the day where you get a full trip to Bonnaroo, $2,000 in travel. It's incredible VIP package. But I didn't know what glamping was, I think, until like last year. I never heard that expression, glamping. Like glamorous camping.
Yeah. I feel like everybody knows that. It's kind of an old one.
Yeah.
I feel like you're late on it.
Oh, I'm way late on it because I never camped in my life.
Neither have I. And I would never.
Is that right?
No. Why would you sleep outside when you have the choice to not do that?
As a girl who actually enjoys being in the wilderness, okay, I love mountain climbing. I love hiking. I have the pictures to prove it, so don't hear about it. But I would never then choose to sleep on the ground. I'm like, well, let's go back to that hotel.
Yeah.
This is a big thing that my girlfriend wants to do. She wants to take a camping trip, and I have zero interest. I'm not a nature guy.
Well, I'm like Kenzie. I like to be, and I like the word she used, in the wilderness.
Okay.
Because when I hear wilderness, I think there's no one for 10,000 miles around you.
I don't want that.
And you're taking a raccoon and slicing it open and eating it raw like sushi. That's how you live in the wilderness.
Okay.
Instead of just outdoors.
Listen, when I was 8 months pregnant and I went to hike the Wave Cave, which is not really a mapped out hike, and you actually have to grapple and stuff like that, like there wasn't anybody. And that's what we got really nervous about because on the way back down, it was such a long hike. Good Lord, with my fat pregnant ass. But it was on the way down, it was getting dark and there's actually nobody out there and you have to drive it because it's like into almost like a state park area. And I'm like, so if something happened, you couldn't even like run ahead and I wait with somebody. And like we could hear animals and it was getting darker. Like I actually do like that stuff. And I was in the middle of nowhere. But I was very excited to get in the car.
Yeah. That was in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a mountain out there where the Lost Dutchman's Gold.
That's in the Appalachian Trail area, but that's huge. That's like huge.
And people go looking for it in July, and then they die.
Because it's hot out?
They should go now, maybe in December if you're going to go look for it, but they always go in July. Because when I lived out there, when I was exiled from Chicago radio, it's well-known facts there. I went to Phoenix for a little bit. And yeah, people go out there and then they run out of water, like Kenzie's talking about, and it gets dark, and then you're lost in this mountain where there's no street lights in the mountains.
It is so dark, and then it is so bumpy. Well, it's dark, which is not good. Not a flat trail. It's not dark on a beach, okay?
Yeah. You know those things you can buy at Costco that light your sidewalk up with their solar power and they just turn on so you have like a lighted path? I'm sure Kenzie has those at her house at Elgin.
No, I don't know what that is.
You have an apartment. You don't have a sidewalk, so you can't do that.
Well, sorry, I don't have sidewalk money. Jesus.
Hey, listen, I don't either, brother. I don't either. But Kenzie's, I'm sure you have light. You have lights on your sidewalk, Kenzie. Like
We have lights at the path so people don't die.
See?
For sure.
See, it's dark in Elgin too.
Mm-hmm. It's dark.
It's dark out there.
We're in the wilderness.
Right. So they don't have those in the mountains. You really realize how alone we are out here.
Oh my God.
When you get out there.
The thing that's interesting is you don't realize how much light we have purchased until you're out in the middle of an ocean at night or in like a mountain at night.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, no wonder they were like, we need light bulbs stat. Yep. Like somebody's going to work on this.
And if you go across the country, there's way more of that than what we have here. in this city.
I like what we have here. I'm a big light guy.
Yeah.
You know, I love light. One of my favorite inventions of all time.
Sure.
It'd be on my Mount Rushmore of great inventions next to Google Maps.
Yeah.
And then you'd be able to see the Mount Rushmore at night.
Exactly, because there's light.
It's actually, I think it's lit up out there, the Mount Rushmore at night. They
Mount
put
Rushmore does have lights.
They put lights on the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't think the whole time, though. Don't you think they probably had to add that later?
It wasn't there in the beginning, I don't think. When was it built?
When was it carved? what was it chiseled?
We took that land from some people in 1941.
Is
So
that
wait,
when they said
wait,
it
wait.
chiseled? Oh, we had light.
We had light in 41, but did someone else had that land? Like that wasn't all America's land in 41?
So there's the Native Americans, you see.
I'm familiar.
So they had that land.
As you should be, because you're standing on one of their homes right now.
Yeah, Chicago itself found it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, in 41 they had that?
Well, so construction started in 25. They finished it in 41. In 25, they definitely had that. It was 100 years ago. Oh, my God. March 3rd, 1925. 100 years ago coming up.
Oh, we'll celebrate it.
Well,
Or no, we won't. We won't
No,
celebrate
very
that.
bad.
No, shit.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And here we go. We're again with a little time continuum type of deal. So we're going back 20 years to today. And here in Chicago, so we go back 20 years to today. Today, we are doing this 3,000 times less a day from 20 years ago. 3,000 times. So 20 years ago, we did this 3,000 times more.
A day?
A day. A day you did this.
Wait, so we're doing something now 3,000 times less per day.
Than 20 years ago here in Chicago. What do you think that could possibly be? I know it's a big number. That's breaking your brain on this one. 3,000 times a day.
I would guess steps because, like, there's just more and more transportation.
Okay. That's good. Even though people count steps, they never counted steps 20 years ago. He just went for a walk in the
I don't
wilderness.
know. Remember when McDonald's had those, like, pedometers in their fit meals? I couldn't wait to get a McDonald's salad so I could get one of those.
I can't remember how those worked. You didn't have to click it manually, did you?
No, you clipped it. It was like a clip, and you would just put it on, like, your pants.
And
Remember?
Yeah, I do remember those things. I just couldn't remember if you had to manually click it every step.
No, so you clip it on, like, you had to really wear it. Like,
Yeah.
we've come a long way. This wasn't McDonald's fault. This was just where step walking statistics were as a whole.
Well, they were ahead of the curve. They were on
They were.
on steps before anybody else. McDonald's was.
They put out those healthy meals, and then they were like, "And do you want a pedometer?" I'm like, "Okay, McDonald's.
What were you like?
Is that what you did?
Okay, healthy bitch. Okay."
Yeah, because I don't remember ever hearing about steps again. Just kind of like glamping until about a year ago. The steps? What? Okay.
Well, because it was
ahead, Case.
it was the McDonald's pedometer, and then the Fitbit, and then the Apple Watch. I think that's where we've evolved into our step counting.
Yeah.
Well, I just think like before, say like obviously people are already taking buses and stuff 20 years ago. It's not like everything's changed. But I think there's more things that get you to and from public transportation. People take Ubers to their public transportation. They take like electric scooters.
I was gonna say scooters. I know
bikes,
there's
electric bikes. I think more people used to walk even to the main transportation, and now they don't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, someone's dying every day on those scooters, and they're covering it up.
I'm with you. I am completely with you. Ask questions about the Lime organization.
I saw 4 kids on a scooter yesterday. They all were holding on for dear life.
It was 4 kids on one scooter?
On one scooter, they
Oh,
were just
that's
hanging, and they're giggling and laughing right head into traffic. I'm like, good luck.
It's like 30 miles an hour. It's insane. These scooters are ridiculous.
Do you want to hit the pour one out for those kids real quick?
There's no way they can be alive, those kids today. All right, we're not doing that. We're in the middle of facts here, but it's unbelievable. They're covering up the scooter deaths, but that's a side subject. Case, what do you think it is? We do 3,000 times less a day than 20 years ago here in Chicago.
Blinking.
Blinking?
We got more stuff to look at now. There's less blinking going on. And I also think contact technology, like contact lenses, I think they've improved. You don't have to blink as much. I think glasses have improved. You don't have to blink as much. And again, just way more to look at than there used to be.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to get to it in a second here. In about 4 minutes, we'll play Incubus, and we'll tell you exactly what we're doing 3,000 times less a day than 20 years ago here in Chicago.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for that fact that makes your brain go. 3,000 things less a day we do than 20 years ago here in Chicago. 3,000 less of this in Chicago. Kenzie guessed that it was... What'd you say, Kenzie? I forgot what you said.
Thank you for just really tuning into things I say.
I just forgot.
I was going to say steps.
Steps. Because McDonald's used to have the pedometer, and it led to a whole movement
And I
of
just
steps.
think there's so many like mini transports now, like with the scooters and the bikes, like all the electric ones. We used to get off the train and walk to work for sure. And now people think you're nuts when you do that, I swear.
Those one-wheel things are really blowing my mind. Those guys that are on that wheel.
Oh, yeah, the one wheel.
Oh, God. They're going so fast on those wheels.
They're going like 70. And I'm like, this is a sidewalk, sir. Like, I don't understand how this is legal.
Yeah. And Case said blinking.
That's right.
We blink 3,000 times less a day in Chicago than we did 20 years ago. Both of you are off, but Kenzie's a little bit more right, at least on technology causing this 3,000 downturn of 3,000 fewer words each day in Chicago we speak than we did 20 years ago. Now, I relate to Kenzie what she said because technology, they're saying digital communications, texting, social media. So you're not really talking, you're texting or you're typing or whatever.
Emailing.
I also think people just don't want to talk as much anymore.
This is true.
Now, this is not me. I'm speaking 3,000 words more than I was 20 years ago.
This doesn't work for us because we have to talk all day.
Yeah, it doesn't work for us, but also I'm the king of small talk off the air.
You love it.
Oh, God.
You get in an elevator with somebody, you're going to talk to them.
I want to make people forget about why they don't want to talk to me first.
Yeah.
And I usually, maybe I have a 65% success rate.
I've seen you win people over in ways that I never could have imagined. I've seen you thaw some icebergs in ways that I was not expecting.
I'll tell you what, though. When we have something to do, like after the show, like sometimes we have things to record or interviews or whatever, I have to specifically say to Brian when he's like, I'll be right back. I'm like, don't make eye contact with anybody. We have to do this in 5 minutes. Like, I will repeat it a couple times. Be like, I'm not kidding. I have to leave at this time. We just won't record it. I have to stare into his soul because he will talk to anybody for 45 minutes on a one-off.
I did that too. I'll come back 40 minutes later in our cafeteria, talk to Marv, talk to
Christian, Allison, Josie, Jeff, Roy.
Yeah.
You hold court with the best of them.
Yeah.
You really are, to almost an annoying degree, the friendliest person that I know.
I'm the concierge of Chicago.
Is that what they call
you?
It's
not me?
Yeah.
What?
Nope.
Brian's got you beat on this one.
Kenzie.
I'm a waiver.
Kenzie here in the building is like when you're waiting at Belmont and for the Brown line, and it's the Purple Express that goes by the stop. Kenzie's the Express line. I'm skipping your stop.
I chuck up. I usually am like, I walk by. I never stop my feet because that's when you end up in a situation.
You're
Stop
like,
feet,
a
people are
shark,
this is the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to keep your feet going. You got to throw a hand in the air. You got to look at a little bit of an eyebrow up. What's good? Okay, I got to go.
Now, I have the issue where I think people have deemed me unapproachable. Is this the correct analysis? Why is that? What do you do that I don't do? Because I would like to hold court the way you do, and I don't seem to be able to do it.
You're unwelcoming.
Okay. Asked and answered.
Your shoulders are unwelcoming.
It's a shoulder problem?
Yeah, you have tight shoulders.
You're broad.
You have little bitch arms first. We know that. And then your tight shoulders, you seem uptight all the time.
But I am uptight all the time.
There you go.
How are you not uptight all the time?
Because, man, listen, you just got to keep on living, man. Livin. You got to enjoy every day. Every day's a gift, man. Let's just go. Let's do this.
I don't feel that way.
All
I
right.
think the problem with Case is I don't think he's not welcoming. I think sometimes he seems very welcoming. But sometimes he seems like the maddest person ever. And then that just throws you off. Like, I don't want to get involved in that. Because, sometimes I walk in and he's aggressively walking fast towards the printer. And you're like, okay, well, obviously he's upset. Something's
the printer pisses me off. It's so far away from our studio.
Okay.
And you touch your forehead and your face a lot when you're stressed out. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
You're a big face toucher.
This was hard for me during COVID. They were like, don't touch your face. And I was like, but that's my favorite thing to do.
It's also your sign for everyone should go kill themselves because you're like, don't talk to me. I'm like, oh, he's touching his forehead. Oh, God. Nobody ask him anything.
So have you got enough information on why you're unapproachable and unwelcoming yet?
No, this was a
or
productive conversation. I'm very happy about it.
I mean, should we keep going or no? Are we good? At least to work on those things first?
Just if you see me, say hi. I love when somebody approaches me. No, that's
not true. I have. You want to hear something funny?
Go ahead, Kenzie.
Every once in a while, people come up to me who want to be like, we want to help with the show. And they're like brand new hires. And I'm always like, you know who you got to talk to. You know who loves fielding these questions. I'm like, you should talk to Case.
Yes.
You should ask Case about all these bands and these small record companies and what you can do on the show and how many days you can do it and how we got where he is. And I'm like, okay, good. He's right in the middle of it. So just go ahead, pop in.
Yep. And how does that work out, Case?
Well, there's not a lot of young help on the show right now.
No.
That should tell you all you need to know.
No one here. No one here. So there you go. The fact that makes your brain go. We speak in Chicago 3,000 less words than we did 20 years ago. Go talk to somebody today.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, coming up in sports in 5 minutes, we're going to play Franz Ferdinand and then get to sports. We have unbelievable audio you have to hear, exclusive audio. Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, got pulled over for a DUI and arrested. You have to hear this audio, the audio of the day of him saying, I'm Michael Jordan's son to the cops and other things that I'm just going to hold on to a couple for you. You have to hear this in a few minutes away. And then yesterday, something also happened here at the end of the show. So we want to make sure you people here at the early part of the show, if you didn't go back to the podcast and listen, you need to do that. Kenzie blew our minds, and we can never look at her the same again. As we announced that Facebook yesterday was 21 years old. We went through our memories at the end of the show and to see what our oldest memory might be on Facebook. And Kenzie found a memory attached with a picture showing her getting body painted eating a chicken wing.
Okay, and I would like to say it was just like a fun moment because I was in body paint for hours for a photo shoot, like literally probably 5 or 6 hours. So I was just like laying on my stomach eating lunch. That's all.
Kenzie, none of us said it wasn't fun. It was. Well, here's the replay yesterday, just for 40 seconds of what happened at the end of the show, in case you missed it. I'm fascinated by the chicken wing body paint picture.
I'll send it to the group chat, but I don't think I can post this.
Okay.
I don't think. Hold on, because I want you guys. You guys let me know if this is. I don't think I can post this. So hold on. Here's our group chat.
I just like that you were eating a chicken wing while you're being body painted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God, the text has arrived.
This picture is incredible. Holy cow. And when you said eating a chicken wing, I just pictured you're eating the chicken wing. Like,
It's in my mouth.
It's in your mouth. And so Juan just checked in on a text line. He said, add me to the group chat, please. Okay, that was yesterday's show. That's what happened yesterday. And yeah, that Case's excitement in the group chat, you can really hear his insanity.
I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know that Kenzie had been in Maxim before. She dropped that on us. Was that photo for Maxim or for some guy named Jeff off Craigslist? Or what was the story behind that photo?
No, that one was, I don't know. It was it was just a company advertising something. It wasn't my favorite photo
Was it
shoot.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Wingstop?
Yeah. No, it had nothing. It was not adjacent to the wings. I swear to God, I think it was like a hair company. I know that sounds crazy, but they were doing something like edgy, because basically the body paint ended up looking like a tuxedo, and then my hair was like all big. I think it was like a makeup company or a hair company or something.
And to be clear, she's being body painted, so you're naked when you're body painted, but and a chicken wing.
But then it looks like you have stuff on.
Yes.
Like it looked like I was wearing this like tuxedo leotard or whatever.
Maybe our listeners should be the judge, though. You said you didn't want to post it.
No,
because of
I don't want to post it.
You're afraid, even though people said you could raise and save thousands of children's lives through a GoFundMe with that
true.
picture of donations.
It's true.
You chose to save your marriage instead and not post the picture.
Well, I'm a selfish bitch.
Yeah.
So.
Even though it's kind of out there, but it's not. It's very difficult to find.
Yeah, I just would rather, let me just not put it on the top of the, top of the food chain.
Now, Case, you are going to post this picture?
I have a censored photograph.
Okay.
But the thing about body paint is that even when it's censored, it still paints quite a picture.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Of the paint. So is it like that Kanye West wife picture where the tiny squares are just over her nipples?
You know what? The picture isn't, first off, I'm not showing anything in the picture. I'm laying on my stomach, and the back half of me is already completely body painted.
The back half of you.
Yeah.
What part is
Because I'm
that?
laying on my stomach. So my literally, like the front and the back. I'm laying on my stomach.
Yes.
So the entire back half of me is already painted. Just leave me alone.
Well, it's on our Facebook page right now. You can go to Q101 Chicago's Facebook page, and in about 3 seconds, our Instagram. And there's a post that reads, body paint and chicken wings, the Kenzie K story. And attached is the photo of her in body paint with a chicken wing.
This could take us over 200,000 likes on Facebook.
This could change. I mean, we're already doing okay. This is a game changer.
I think we're about 10,000 away from 200,000.
Sure.
Kenzie pointed out that when she just talked about the picture, her Instagram numbers went up.
Yes.
Which I find annoying. Like,
Why?
That's how it works.
I'm a person. And it's not what I lead with. I don't lead with body paint. Come
Kenzie,
on.
believe me when I say my Instagram followers went up last night because yours did, because I think people think they can get to you through me. First off, you can't. If you want to follow me at Brian J. Haddad, go ahead.
And by the way, you can follow me at _KSLOW, CASELOWE.
Kenzie, do you want to put your Instagram handle out there?
Kenzie K on air.
Okay, there you go.
And please follow all of us.
So go look at the picture and we'll talk about it after Franz Ferdinand.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.